Phase 3 of Season of Discovery grants every class 10 new talent points by level 50. In this quick video, I'm going to cover how each healer benefits from these points. Unless otherwise mentioned, this video assumes that each healer has all 31 points from previous phases in their one designated healing tree, such as 31-0-0. Let's get into it, starting off with Shamans. Because the restoration tree has great options from top to bottom, you'll likely spend your 10 points filling out that tree. You could put 5 points in Ancestral Knowledge and Enhancement for the 5% increased mana pool, but there's probably more value in filling out Tidal Focus, Totemic Focus, and Healing Way, which is a nice proc to work with. These 10 points really just make you a way more efficient healer than you already are. Of course, if you prefer dealing damage, there are some nice options in the lower elemental tree as well. Next, we will cover Paladins, who benefit very minimally from these 10 extra points. You already have everything that you need from the Holy Tree, and the Protection and Retribution trees are pretty underwhelming, especially early on. Your best bet may be to put 5 points in Devotion Aura and Improved Blessing of Might to increase your raid utility. If you do go into Protection, Guardian's Favor decreases cooldowns of blessings. You don't use that often anyways, and you don't need the improved block chance or armor rating from these two talents. In Retribution, you can increase the value of your seals and judgment if you want to go more offensive, but again, there's nothing really here for healers. Next up are priests, who benefit quite a bit from these 10 extra points. Most priests run a full discipline build, and these 10 points now allow you to dabble in the Holy Tree, which has strong value in the early rows. Improved Renew works well, especially if you use the Empowered Renew rune, and the 5% critical chance from Holy Specialization is massive. This leaves you with 2 extra points, which you can toss into Divine Fury or somewhere else. If you are a Holy Priest, these 10 points allow you to go into Improved Fortitude and Improved Power Word Shield. Again, priests have a ton of value early on in their 2 healing trees, so these 10 points are nice. For mages, mage healers run Arcane. That tree was already filled out as much as it essentially needed to be in Phase 2. So for Phase 3, you can get some value going into Frost and Fire, where your goal is to climb up either tree to enhance your runes that have fire or frost properties attached to them. Flamethrowing for the extra 6 yards would be a nice quality of life upgrade. You could put the leftover 3 points into Ignite for the extra damage, but I'd rather have reduced frost and fire resistance from Elemental Precision. If you focus on frost, you eventually unlock Ice Shards for the increased critical damage. Again, you only really benefit here if the runes you're running have fire or frost properties attached to them, which I believe is how that works. And finally, we have Druids. One could argue that Druids benefit the most from these 10 extra points, and that is because even at level 40 in Phase 2, there were already so many different specs you could heal with that dabble in both Restoration and Balance. The most common healer build in Phase 2 was the Storm Rage Resto build, where you focus on Storm Rage rune procs for instant healing touches, and this build just gets even better in Phase 3, and that is because you can unlock Swift Mend, and you can also get improved regrowth or fill out Tranquil Spirit along the way as well. The value here really can't be understated. For the Nature's Grace / Healing Touch build, you now have access to Moonglow and Moon Fury, or you can just go deeper into Restoration with Reflection, Insect Swarm, Improved Rejuvenation, or Tranquil Spirit. Those that are running a pure Resto healer build can now dabble into Improved Wrath if you want to deviate a bit from your healing ways. Otherwise, you can fill out Improved Regrowth. And if you are a pure DPS Moonkin healer, which is this build here, yes, this build here, you can get Moonglow for better mana efficiency, and you can also just put the extra 5 points into Improved Mark of the Wild for increased raid utility. There's the breakdown for each of the healers. Some classes benefit more than others, but let me know how you plan on using the extra talent points, or if you think of something that I didn't. I'd especially like to hear from mages, as that's the healer I'm least familiar with. I appreciate you watching, and please consider dropping a like if you enjoyed the content. Peace.